Hi, I'm Pox.
And I'm Raggable.
And this is Two Smart Guys Show. How to make a FreeNAS box part 2.
An extended version.
Yes.
More information about how to set it up.
Yes, so after you've got it built and put together.
Yes.
Now
last time we covered how to just create a simple SMB share, and now we're going to cover how to use Rsync in your Mac to basically sync up to the FreeNAS box. Basically creating a copy of what's on your Mac over to the FreeNAS. The reason that I did this is that I found out that iPhoto doesn't work very well over the network. Not at all. Not made for it. Doesn't work.
The idea is like you've got your Mac and your wife's got her computer.
Yes.
And you want to be able to put all your photos in the same library.
Yes. So iPhoto library over there, iPhoto library over here, the master one's up on the FreeNAS box. So Time Machine it's a good backup utility, but you can't really, it's not meant to be shared. You can't share a Time Machine backup. So a better option is Rsync. And you can configure Rsync to push it up there, and then configure it to pull it down anytime it makes changes. And that way you can keep a copy of an iPhoto library synced across multiple computers. And right now this is just the push configuration. There is no pull to this yet. This is just pushing it up there. Next time there will be a pull set up.
So there's going to be part 3.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so how do we do this thing?
So first thing that you want to do is configure your FreeNAS box to be an Rsync daemon server. So open up your FreeNAS web UI, click on Services, go down to Rsync. And it should pop up the server tab where you can click the enable box. And you can leave all the options at default. If you configured another user besides guest, you can go ahead and select that. In my case, I had one called home user. Save and restart. And FreeNAS is now an Rsync daemon server. And what you need to do next is essentially create a path to share, which is called a module within Rsync for whatever wacky reason. So click on modules, click the plus button, give it a name. This is one that you will have to remember this because you'll need to tell the client that name. Friendly description, browse to the path, click, click, click.
So this is where your iPhoto library is?
Yes. And then for the maximum number of connections, I left it at 1 to prevent any concurrent pushes. I don't know if that's an issue with Rsync or not, but I'm just trying to prevent that issue from arising. I'd have to test and verify that though. And then after that, you can go ahead and apply changes. And you've now configured FreeNAS to be an Rsync daemon server with a module to sync up to. And the next thing that you have to do after that is generate an Rsync script on the Mac side to actually push up to the FreeNAS server.
Yeah, so the FreeNAS box is set.
Yes.
Now you're making the script that'll make it.
Yes, there is. Rsync comes shipped with, Mac OS X, but writing a command line script for Rsync can be a bit arduous for some people. So there is a tool called Rsync X that includes a script generator.
Is it just for Mac, or do they also have?
No. Rsync is for Unix environments, Linux environments, FreeBSD environments. There's a version for Windows.
So this is not for just Mac heads?
No. This is the multi-platform tool, and we'll have links to the recommended Windows programs in the show notes or down there somewhere. Anyways, so back to your Mac. You've downloaded Rsync X, open it up, and let it run, and by default it'll just open up the simple one-time sync operation window. We don't want that. We want the script generator. So after it loads up, click on the Tools menu, and there should be an option for Rsync script generator. And we're waiting. There it goes. And you get this lovely GUI for generating an Rsync script. And in our instance, we're going to push up to the FreeNAS box. And we're going to enable compression, it's your friend, and we'll disable HFS because we're doing it via SMB. Now we'll type in the source path, which is, in my instance, the path to my iPhoto library. Don't include the trailing slash. And then type in the module name that we specified earlier in the FreeNAS box. If you selected another user, type that in. And the URL to the FreeNAS box. Mine has a nifty little domain name. You can leave all the other options at default. We're not going to bless. We're going to uncheck as root, and we're going to do it as daemon. Type a name for the script. Test. And then you can go ahead and click generate. And it'll ask you if you're ready. Yes, we're ready. And it will pop up a terminal window in just a bit where it's echoing the command it generated to a new text file that we will use to sync. There's our command. And if we go back to terminal, we can see it's been generated. Of note though is that Rsync will generate the script with this command or this option for show to go, which is only valid for the Rsync distributed with RsyncX. By default, Rsync will tell to run Rsync, which will most likely point to the Rsync shipped with your Mac Pro or your MacBook. You can either delete that option out or just tell that script to run Rsync's version, which would be at /users/local/bin/rsync. So here I am just taking out that option because it doesn't work with Apple's Rsync.
So if you go to our website, twosmartguys.com, in the show notes, we'll have the step-by-step instructions so you don't have to memorize this.
It's not that bad. It's a simple text file. You can open it up in text edit. So now it's been saved. You can go ahead and run it. And you can also enable verbose mode to get a more detailed outlook of what it's doing. Just go back into that text file and add the -v flag, and that will tell you what file's syncing. Rsync also includes this nifty little command at the front called time, which will measure how long the process takes to run. Which is, just useful information sometimes. And for my instance, it took about a minute to go over the file list and make sure everything was up to date. And then it'll let you know that in just a second. Anytime, maybe. There it goes. Okay, so my iPhoto library on my FreeNAS box has been updated with the copy from my MacBook. But if you don't want to do this every single time you sit down, you can configure your MacBook to run a cron job that tells that script to run at a specific time or every 30 minutes, every hour, so on and so forth.
Very customizable.
Yes, yes. You can find out more about the file structure for cron by going to the wiki entry for it. Yes. So open up your terminal, type in cron tab -e, which will edit your user cron tab file. And in here, you can already see I have one. It starts out with the minutes, the hour, the day of the month, then month, and then day of the week, and then followed by the command. When you type it in for the first time, hit I on the keyboard to enter insert mode, type it in, escape to escape out of insert mode, and then WQ to right quit, and then you're out of V.
Hey, terminal.
Come on, it's not that bad. WQ, right quit. And then you've just updated your cron tab file, installed it, and it should run at that specific time. Like I said, for more information about how that cron file is structured, go to the wiki entry for cron.
How did your script look?
It was running at 9:30 every night. Minutes 30, hour 9, day of the month, day of the week. And those asterisks means every day of the week, every day of the month, so on and so forth. There are some special things like for the minutes, */30 for like every 30 minutes. Special things like that. So you can configure it to run anytime you want. So that's the push operation. very exciting. Everybody's thrilled over here. It's a party.
It's late and we're cold.
Not that bad. So that is one side of making sure that your iPhoto library is synced across multiple computers. It's pushing. The next operation is to configure a pull operation and the cron script or the cron job to run that pull operation, and how to balance those two operations among multiple computers. That's for next time.
Next time, huh?
Yes, next time. Or maybe how to use it as a time machine backup, because Rsync, as this is not a backup operation, this is just for mirroring your data. Rsync will copy it byte for byte. If there's something messed up with your iPhoto library, it gets copied over. This is not a backup. So, I mean, in addition to having this, you should have your time machine backup or whatever backup method you choose to use.
Okay.
It was a pretty important note. So that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Wow. Okay. Well, I need to build mine now, so I can get all up to date on this. So yeah, if you like our shows and you're trying to build this NAS box, we're going to do a third episode here, and
maybe a fourth one, maybe a fifth one, maybe a sixth one. That's what he wants to do with the WD-TV over there, Mr. Couch Guy.
So. And if you like this show, we have many more shows at our website, twosmartguys.com, and we have help from a bunch of other
people on the forums.
twosmartguys.com/forum. And we have a more of a entertaining show called Beyond the Clipping Plane, which is, lighting him on fire.
Oh yeah.
And we lost our clean rating. Sorry, it's so late.
So yeah, check that out, Beyond the Clipping Plane. Follow us on Twitter, Walking Crow and Raggable.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot, help us out. We got donated a stove so we can keep warm in here.
So we're not totally freezing.
But we could use some more help. We have DVDs, $10.
Donation, we'll send you a copy.
And also, if you want to make your own t-shirts and bumper stickers and cards and things, Zazzle.com.
Zazzle.com.
We can save you some bucks if you use our code TwoSmartGuys. On orders of $50 or more, you can save 10%. So
it helps us.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
What are we going to cover next week?
What are we going to cover next week? It'll be posted on our website.
It's your turn.
I don't know. Is the secret project from Couch Guy ready yet?
We can do it.
Yeah.
And by the way, Couch Guy is not an intern. He's our mentor. So.
Call him an intern.
I haven't qualified to mentor.
He's Fox's mentor. Tells him how to color grade properly.
See you guys next time.
Night.
This has been a Two Smart Guys production.